Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on Crypto. Hope you're having a great day. There is a lot to unpack today. There's a lot of news. So you have Tether willing to undergo full audit. You have China's Bybit platform. Bybit is going to lay off about 30% of their staff. That's about 800 plus people. That's painful. Tron is, still depegged. It was down as far as 92 and a half cents. It's back up to almost 96 cents, but that's still way off, and it's been days. I don't trust that team at all. I wouldn't touch it. If you're in there, if I was in there, I'd be thinking about cutting my losses right now. That's what I'd be thinking. Celsius telling their customers, their users, that hey, it's going to take time to get back to liquidity because apparently they're trying to get some people to back them to increase liquidity. Frankly, I just think the ship has sailed. That's just me. I just don't see how they're going to come back, because it's not just about coming back. It's about also restoring the trust that people had in the project. I don't see that. Hate to be a naysayer. I just don't. Maybe they'll prove me wrong, but I don't get it. Elon Musk, $250 million lawsuit against him and a couple of his companies, SpaceX and Tesla. And he is basically thumbing his nose at it and saying, look, I'm still going to support DOGE. Okay. There's a little bit of arrogance in that. He could have just said nothing, let it go, respond to the lawsuit, keep it moving. If he was smart, he wouldn't have said anything. But, anything with regard to DOGE, because every time he says something about DOGE, just like when he did this time, DOGE went up and then it went down. That's right. A pop and a dump. So you sit there and you kind of like, some people are calling it, a frivolous lawsuit. I'm calling it an opportunity that seems quite meritful, meaning I think there's merit to the case. Like I said, every time he hints something, teases something, blah, blah, blah. Just look at every time that happened in the past. And it's still happening even for a far shorter period of time. It's still happening, right? Every time he opens up his mouth, boom. And you just sit there and you just kind of go, okay. And you say, well, that means to me right now, DOGE is still a meme coin, right? If you can be manipulated by one person and not something that's substantive, meaning, hey, there's a new platform that's going to be supporting the coin where you can buy things, or there's a new metaverse going on or whatever. There's nothing there that's substantive that's going on with DOGE that it should move like that, except if somebody's running their mouth. Well, there you go. There's the merit for the case. There's nothing else to say about that. Then you have South Korea. Two things going on with regard to South Korea. The first one is they're saying, you know what? Our planned 20% crypto tax, we're going to postpone that until 2025. Good move. It's a very good move. But I think that there should be some kind of a crypto tax going on, right? And the reason why is because it makes sense. There are taxes on everything else with regard to financials. Why shouldn't there be a tax with regard to crypto? That way the countries make money. That means the people make money. And everything moves along. Set some regulation. Those are the guardrails. Boom. Ready to rock and roll. It would be nice if we could do that across the board. Looking at you, United States. And another move against Terra, they're not letting any Terra devs leave the country. Doesn't seem like Do Kwon is within South Korean borders, but they're not letting the devs go. They're blocking, their ability to leave the country. So that's a big deal. That's a big move. That's a really, really big move, So I just feel like the news is getting tighter, and you can read more. If you notice, every day I write up notes and I put them in the description below. So read the notes. There's a lot there. There's a lot to unpack, and there's some food there for you to actually munch on and think about. Circle scared the crap out of me today because there was an announcement that said, "Hey, there's an ability, a blacklist ability that Circle has, and that blacklist ability means that they can shut off an address in a heartbeat, right? Making those funds, those digital assets, inaccessible." What? Excuse me? Oh, heck no. And no reason. They don't need a reason to do it. By mistake, on purpose, whatever the snow, there's snow on the ground in the springtime. Whatever reason they want, they'll be able to shut an address down. Whoa. yeah, that leads me to say, yeah, no, I would not be parking my money, my funds in Circle anytime soon. They're going to have to tell me something or show me something. That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary. To arbitrarily shut down and have the ability to arbitrarily shut down an address kind of goes against the idea of decentralization, which is, the thing. But that's just me. So anyway, let's get to the numbers real quick. Yes, if you notice, I am trying to shorten the videos. I do not want you guys to have to sit through tons and tons and tons of minutes listening to me, run my mouth. I know it's really good information. I know you're interested in it, but still, let's try to keep it tight. If you notice right now, we have really no real losers. Everybody's green right now, or just about everybody's green. So when you look at that, you're looking at Celsius Network jumping 44%. What? Was that taken as good news? I don't know, but that's 44%. If you were bold enough to be playing with this coin down there and you dumped in less than 24 hours, you made 44%. Boom, done. So yeah, no, I was not looking that hard. I was not playing around with that. Because I think there's just more potential for it to tank than anything else. But time will tell. Aave up 21%. Who else was there that was up a significant amount? ApeCoin, surprisingly, shockingly to me, up 19%. But there was news back there. I don't carry ApeCoin, so I don't do any research on that. Not interested in that. Quant up. Good project, so look into that. Quant up, 16%. So all these guys, so obviously these are the top 25. Clearly there are more winners down here, right? Do your own research. I do my own research so I can grow my back. That's the whole point. I'm just sharing my journey with you. Obviously teaching my kids, they teach me too a lot, by the way. Looking at the fear and greed index, I saw somebody today, one of my favorite people to watch. I don't always agree with him. Most of the time I don't. But I like what he says and I like what he delivers. And he broke down how the fear and greed index works, and I happen to disagree with him. It's a look in the past. So yesterday it was 6. Today it's 9. I'm just sitting back and I'm kind of going, yeah, okay. It's just about sentiment, right? How people are feeling. And he kind of writes it off because 15% supposedly of this algorithm that creates this comes from Twitter. And he says, well, 50% of Twitter is just fake bots. And I'm sitting here and I'm going, yeah, that's Elon Musk level FUD that's being spread around. All of the platforms have bots. There's not a single platform out there that doesn't have bots or other nefarious types of accounts, right? So I just think that 50% is ridiculously high. There are real people on there doing real things that, add to this fear and greed index. So I'm just sitting here and I'm just saying, no, I'm not saying it's the end all. I'm saying it's one of the things that I use when I do my own research. And right now it's at 9. To me, there's a lot of pent up energy. And I think that we're going to sooner or later start seeing a jump up. Who was it? CZ that said every time somebody says, Bitcoin is dead, if you bought then, you made money because it started going up again. Exactly. And Peter Schiff and other people, Bitcoin's dead. Bitcoin's dead. It's not dead, bro. It's not dead. Okay, let's just cut that nonsense out. Total TVL right now 73 billion. Let me just refresh this because I want to see, because it was down at 70 before. I've seen it at 70. I think I saw it at 69, and it's actually at basically 73 billion. Okay, so it's kind of hovering there. All right, well, we'll see what happens. Looking at the chart for Bitcoin, it's recovering a little bit. Obviously it was all the way down here. That was Stitch. Told you he'll be around. So they're all the way down here, 17s. People ask me, so what do you do? What the hell do you think I do? I use my DCA strategy, dollar cost averaging strategy, to buy on the way down. So I bought Ethereum. I bought Algorand. I'm in it. I told you the other day, I'm in it. And both of those have seen some uptick. I'm happy with that. If I see another downtick, I will get in some more. I mean, heck, I might get in at this level. Why? Because everything is on sale. We're so far removed from all-time highs across the board. When things go up, things are going to go up again. And I think they're going to go up in a major way. And the reason why is because you're going to see a lot of things fall. You're going to see a lot of garbage projects just fall by the wayside. I said this yesterday, and I've been saying it for a while. You will see garbage projects go away. That's what we need. We need garbage projects to hit the skids, right? Now, looking at how everything's moving, okay, yeah, everything, not everything, but just about everything is in the green. Litecoin earlier was in the green. Litecoin's issue was that it got cut off by 5 exchanges in South Korea because of that whole, privacy feature that they have, Mimble Wimble. I'm sitting here and I'm going, I still don't care until decentralized exchanges cut it off. And I don't see that happening. I just don't. I just really don't. But looking at the list, you can see who's up and down in my favorites. Right? Along the journey, I'm looking at things. Avalanche up almost 14%, 13.5%. So these are things that I'm paying attention to. Why? Because every time I like to get in, it's on something that's I believe is going to last. So remember what I told you about connective tissue? Chainlink, Polygon. You just have projects out there that are part of the connective tissue or the layer that matters, the projects that matter. And I sit there and I go, those are projects that matter. Litecoin is a project that matters, whether people choose to believe it or not. It is a project that matters, right? The only thing that I've heard that, kind of makes me go, whoa, wait a minute, it's Tether. But Tether came out and said, listen, we're going to submit to a full audit. Now, they've been working with a company, MHA, and MHA has been under investigation in the UK. I'm hoping they choose another accounting firm to do this full audit, right? Somebody who's not under investigation for, financial reporting. See what I mean? Kind of negates the purpose. So let's pay attention to Tether. They've undergone serious attacks over the past few weeks, serious attacks. They're still here. That tells me that, hey, it's not that they're, not vulnerable to attack. It just means that they learned from the last time they crashed. Clearly, they've learned. All right. So I don't have any money in Tether. I might have $2 or $3 in Tether. And I don't have any money in USDC, which is Circle. I have none of that. But I've used Tether before. Never a problem for me. It was boom, boom, right? Used it, I flipped it to get another coin that I wanted, and it worked out well. Do your own research and understand the projects that are out there. There's some people talking about, like George Tung was talking about from Cryptos RS, he was talking about Solend. Solend's got problems, and they're talking about snatching somebody's account so that they don't liquidate because it's a huge doggone account. It was voted yes. Now that first vote was nullified. I'm sitting back and I'm going, yeah. I keep telling people I firmly believe that DeFi has a place. It has a place. But I pay attention to the projects that are there. I really do. Right? So when I look at DeFi and I look at the future of DeFi, I'm looking at JP Morgan. I reported this a week or so ago. JP Morgan's going to get into DeFi. They're going to get into DeFi. Watch my video from before. What is it? Onyx Assets or something like that? Onyx Capital Assets? I have to look it up. But I did that video and I told you that's going to open up a lot of their customers to decentralized finance. And it'll be backed with real assets. Real liquid assets. Tangible liquid assets. And you sit there and you just go, whoa. So if they get into the space and they're doing something like that, there's a space for DeFi. There's a reason for DeFi. And I'll end it on this. Listen, I tell people all the time, don't do leverage transactions with stocks and options and bonds and all that stuff. Don't do it with crypto either. Because one second you could be flying high and the next second you could be out on the street begging for food. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do investing in any way, in any asset, if you're not ready to walk away from that money. If you can't do that, then don't do that. You understand? Do your own research, get educated. And if you don't have that money to blow, don't blow it. I got started when I was younger, $50 per paycheck was going away, right? Going into some kind of investment. That's the idea. Do your own research, know what you're doing, and know why you're doing it. Please. Okay? Listen, this is Eddie J on Crypto. If you like what I'm doing, do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and absolutely, please, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm dropping another video. Have a great day. Thanks.